Disclaimer, if you are sensitive to corner cutting and track extending, I recommend you click off this video now. What is up, guys, and welcome to Forza Motorsport 7, the greatest racing simulator that there is, and we are ready to get some races underway. Let's see if we can beat today's record of 2 red flags with the talent of players on Forza. I'm sure that is more than possible, so let's see if we can do that. In this race, we're going to have some Formula 1 cars, new and old. You can see a 1995 Ferrari that Alan Prost drove. He'll be contesting this race, so it wouldn't surprise me if that thing is faster than the rest of the cars on the grid. That's just Forza logic for you. Away we go. Oh no, manual gears. Manual gears. Oh no!
Nice.
So in this race, you're going to have a bit of live comm spliced in with my post commentary, and I'll try and make it as little confusing as I possibly can. Turn 1, just as chaotic as the real life Grand Prix, and to be honest, on Forza Motorsport 7, I expect nothing less. Oh my god, I got no traction!
Game's easy, what are you talking about?
This game is easy indeed if you are a controller user, which I am not. The other person you can hear in the voice chat is Mr. New Zealand Ryan, Mr. 5-time AOR World Champion on the Formula 1 games, as we knock over some cones there. 100% realism here on Forza Motorsport 7. The greatest handling, the greatest physics, best graphics, and simulation is at its purest here. In no other racing simulator will you be slowed down by gravel. That's completely unrealistic. And grass, don't get me started on that. In all these other racing simulators, iRacing, it annoys me no end how when you drive on the grass, it slows you down. Completely unrealistic. Forza has it nailed. And then here, in cockpit view, it just looks and drives beautifully. Me in my pinata costume. It is absolutely amazing. Anyway, what a game. Microsoft, please send me some press codes for the next Forza game, whenever the hell that comes out. Send me a new Xbox, please. I promise not to rinse into your game. No, I do enjoy Forza for the chaos that it is. But this is just madness, and I've really been missing. I've really wanted to do some online races at Mugello, and Forza is the perfect place to do so. As you can see, we're getting overtaken by a Formula 1 car, which is 15 years older than. Okay, we're running. This is a 2017 Renault, essentially. But we're going to pretend that this is a 2020 Ferrari without a halo that we're driving. But anyway, we're getting overtaken by a Williams here in a straight line. I guess that's realistic. So. There you go, Ferrari and Williams fighting away in Ferrari's 1000th Grand Prix. We completely run wide there and get overtaken by a very, very old Ferrari. So yeah, it's realism at its finest here on Forza Motorsport 7. And if this doesn't deserve a like, then I don't know what does. But this race was absolutely mad. I feel like on Forza, the cars are just too fast. The cars are too fast for the track, and as such, that happens. Stewards must be sleeping, obviously. As you can see, Ryan barging his way past some back markers. Things you absolutely love to see.
I am seeing that.
As you can see, or you couldn't see because Matt was in the way, unfortunately. A brilliant line through the final chicane. And then a Renault just stopping. That's probably Daniel Ricciardo. Having some engine issues, as he always does when he's in a good position. Thankfully, that wasn't the case today. Big sad face that he couldn't get a podium. But back to team radio.
Yes.
The big Chungus safety car.
Oh, sorry.
Whoops.
That's the first crash we've had together.
No.
Oh, sorry,
Oh,
Hulk.
wow.
Oh my god. Get back on the track. Smashed off again. See if your race pace is better on this game.
No, it's not. Just gonna say that now.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, the grass is just as fast as the road.
Track's pretty fun.
Oh my god, I killed someone into the pit lane. He slowed down for it, I didn't.
Slowing down for the pit lane.
I know, right? What absolute noob slows down for a pit lane? But anyway, here we go for our pit stop. We actually managed to jump that Renault by ghosting through them in the fast lane. So great stop there from the boys. Again, great realism from Forza right here. And you can see we get a bit of a scare there from the Red Bull. Thankfully able to avoid.
Are you chopping grass or something? I can't catch you.
A little bit, like not much.
Just garbage, I guess. I'm sweating at this point. I'm not even catching you. This is your game, mate.
Yeah, let's go.
Fuck the F1 series. Just
Oceania League, let's go. Okay.
what was the lap time?
19.6.
19.9. I'm washed. We won't look at the lines you took, but
No, of course not.
no.
It was.
I trust it's all fair.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I'm being a little silly, but I'm not. I'd be fine under like regular rules on F1, but I'm not flat out cheating. Yep, definitely regular corner cutting rules as you see on F1. There's absolutely no issues with that. In fact, I think the corner cuts are probably losing me time. But that was pretty much the race here, as you can see, where this is the last little overtake we have on the Renault, fighting away for P6 as we get the job done. Oh, that's a drift.
Oh, 30-second timer.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh shit!
Nice.
Oh my god.
Well, GG everybody.
Yeah, great race. Oh yeah.
So, there we go. In the end, even with all the corner cuts on the last lap, I couldn't cut enough to cross the line before the timer ran out, meaning we got a DNF. And as did pretty much everyone, as the race leader was doing what I was doing, but taking it to the extreme. Corner cutting absolutely everywhere. His best lap was a 1 minute 17. I did a 19, and mine 1 minute 19 was very, very littered with corner cutting. But there we go. To add to that as well, P3 stayed in P3 by not making his mandatory pit stop. So in the end, that was a very, very fair race. And the results are 100% justified. Move on to the next one. What happened?
Well, that was a very fair race. I'm sure that guy won on pure pace.
You just couldn't catch him.
Oh dear.
Friction assist off.
Yeah. Corner cutting rules on. So, here we go for race 2. And as predicted, we are going to turn all of the strict rules on. Corner cutting is on. Friction assist is off, which means if we do go into the grass and the gravel, it's actually going to slow us down. So this could be a wildly different race to what we saw the first time out. We're underway. Oh, I've hit a Red Bull. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Why is he fucking immovable? As you can see there, we've got Max Verstappen not getting off the line all too well there. Let's track his progress as we move through this Tuscan Grand Prix. But as predicted, me and my track extending, me and my corner cutting did not get on well in this race. It was a case of the gravel really catching out people. If it wasn't myself, it was other people that it was catching out. You can see getting very, very close to that Red Bull. On many occasions, I often would forget it was still there. It's weird physics how that car, which is not occupied by a player anymore, is just completely immovable by anyone. And, well, that Williams, I think, got caught out by it and then took me out, kind of. And then you can see Penske on the right-hand side, losing it in a straight line. So it's just been a comedy of errors on this fourth lap. But that was the race. It was pretty hectic, this Formula 1 car here on Forza. You know, a lot of the people on this game use a controller. For some reason, a controller is a lot faster than a wheel. I don't know why, but on the wheel you can't turn the car, this car especially, around corners as much as you can on a controller. So you'll get to about 90 degrees on the wheel in this car, and then you can't turn any further. But on the pad, if you go to full lock, you can actually turn a lot more and carry a lot more speed through the corners, which is absolutely silly. That's why I'm on the controller for this video, and why I think a lot of the esports players don't use a wheel, from my understanding. So yeah, there you go. That's Forza for you. But yeah, I can only apologise about the driving, but you know, that's what you got to do if you don't want to be 10 seconds off the pace, pretty much. But back to this race, and you can see it's a tightly contested affair between myself and my good friend Penske, as he's known as, in the sister Ferrari. We're fighting away with him over the lead of the race at this stage, but this is without the pit stops factored in. We both need to make another stop in this race. As you can see, this was actually my box lap. I made a massive mistake on the box lap, and I pretty much lost touch with Penske, and that was my race. In the end, I finished in P9, so that was that. In the end, I don't think the F1 car is a good car to race around here. So what I'm actually going to do is, in this next race, I'm going to chuck in a slower car. This is a Formula Mazda car, as it's known as on Forza. It's actually a really good car to race with because it's slow enough for everyone to be able to actually handle and stay on the track. So this is what we're going to finish off the video with. So if you've been patient enough for some good racing, you're finally going to get it, I hope, in this last one. Off we go. And you can see, running in P4 at the moment, going around the outside of a couple cars as we head into turn 1. We go really late under brakes, and we get ourselves in, well, a lot of trouble when we drop down to last place. First to last challenge here on Forza. Normally we go the other way around on F1, but not today. Anyway, getting tangled up with this guy who seemingly just wants to hit me off for fun. But let's hopefully storm past him if we can into P10. Pretty much everyone running the same livery. I don't think anyone really owns this car, myself included. So we're just going to run with the default livery as we go around the outside. We've still got friction assist off, so if you do run into the gravel and the grass, it will slow you down. Corner cutting rules are on as well. So if you venture outside of the white lines, or shall I say the blue lines, that you can see, there's a risk of you getting a penalty. I think most of the time you can get away with it unless you get a significant gain, then you will be penalised. So that just kind of keeps everyone in check. As you can see, we give the Englishman a bit of a touch up into that right hand, and he gives us a bit of a serve back on exit. But we move up into P6, and we're looking to charge our way back towards the front. We've made a big boy mistake there, and so about 3 other drivers. So that's that. Yeah, it's funny, you know. I couldn't even tell you if the gravel really slows you down on the F1 games, because I don't really go in the gravel, because, not to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty alright at the F1 games. I more often than not know where, or can put the car exactly where I want it to with a wheel, but on Forza it's well, it's any man's guess as to where the car is going to end up with my hands controlling the pad. So yeah, it's a little bit tricky. Yeah, that's something as well which is really hard to convey, how difficult it is to drive the F1 car on Forza, and even this car to a degree. Is you're really traction limited. You really have to be modulating the throttle and also the brake in order to not lock up. It's a lot easier in this car, but still it is an issue and something you need to watch out for when running with no assists like I am now. But it's a good challenge nonetheless. We find ourselves back on the podium here in this Tuscan Grand Prix, in the slipstream of the car in front, and we're going to see if we can fly past this Mercedes looking thing. Always the Mercedes at the front, eh? Or in the yellow Renault. Why not? We're in the Renault. Flying the flag for Daniel Ricciardo, seeing if he can get his podium. But it is not to be as we run wide and let Alexander Albon through. But we're getting back around the outside. Back onto the podium now. You think the car is going to grip up, but sometimes it just slides and gets me in a bit of trouble, nearly running off into the gravel there. But it's nice close racing here. Maybe a little too close as we gave the guy in P4 a bit of a squeeze, and we hold on to the podium for the time being. Again, trying to get the measure of this Mercedes liveried Mazda. We're under attack from futile again. And he moves his way back onto the podium. This is a fantastic battle that is unfolding here in this Tuscan Grand Prix. We fast forward time a little bit. We touched a wheel into the gravel, but then unfortunately we made an even bigger mistake at the next chicane. And that really cost us a lot of time relative to P2 and the race leader. That's part of the reason why I was storming off so quickly, or trying to overdrive the car, as I wanted to catch up to the race leader and have a battle for the win. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case, and we find ourselves in P2 as we head on to the last lap. You may notice that I didn't make a pit stop in this race, and well, that's the test if we get penalized or disqualified for not making a pit stop. There was that guy in that first F1 race that didn't make a pit stop yet still got a podium. So we're going to test the old penalty system and see if it lets us keep an illegal win. So here we go through the final corner. Make collision with a back marker. We're about to find out if the penalty system is fair or not in Forza Motorsport 7. We come up to the line for what is absolutely not a deserved race win. It puts us in P9. So there we go. Myself and that futile guy, who we were fighting so hard for the podium for, didn't make a stop. And in the end, there is, I don't know, faith in humanity is restored as we pretty much get disqualified from the race. But there we go, guys. That has been a really weird video on Forza Motorsport 7. That's just the theme of Forza videos. They often are a bit weird and a bit chaotic, but that has been my recreation of the Tuscan Grand Prix, which I guess in itself was a bit of a weird and chaotic Grand Prix, but also, yeah, there was a lot of gaps where nothing kind of happened, and that was kind of true in this video as well. There was the crazy moments, but then there was a lot of nothing in between. But nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you need to see plenty more racing game content. I have been itching to do some Forza videos lately, and yeah, this has been the perfect excuse. If you want me to do more, let me know down in the comments with any track or car combos I could try. I know there is Formula E, there's Long Beach I could give a go. So yeah, just let me know, and I will endeavor to make another video. I also want to go back to Gran Turismo Sport, because that's a game I was playing a lot at the start of the year, but then kind of moved away from because F1 2020 came out. But I'm sure I'll play a bit more of that before Gran Turismo 7 comes out. And anything else? I'm probably going to do like iRacing or Assetto Corsa in the build-up to some of the other Grand Prix that are coming out later in the year that aren't on the F1 game. So look forward to that. If you want to play online with me, then follow me on Twitter and I will get cracking with that. With that said, thank you so much for watching. Until the next one, I'll see you next time.